Yo, yo, yo.
Good to see you, man.
Welcome to Newcastle.
You know what? What a wonderful view as well.
That's good, isn't it?
Really nice place.
Yeah, man, you can see for 3 miles.
Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds. Right now, I'm standing in Newcastle with my good friend Ryan. What's happening, brother?
Hello, sir. How you doing?
So, Ryan, you just bought this house. I say just bought. You bought it a while ago. You've just renovated it.
Yep.
This is a BRRR HMO, putting up most of his money, renting it out room by room. How much profit will you make off this?
We'll make about £1,000 a month.
£1,000 a month. So we thought on this video that we'd take you through, show you about what's what. Ryan can talk about exactly how he's done it, what he's done. But firstly, why Newcastle?
Newcastle, we think there's a lot of long-term growth here, and we're interested to see what happens to the local economy over the next 5-10 years. So we wanted to park ourselves up here, and just knew that you could get cheap stock, but really strong yields.
Fantastic. Oh, well, show us around. I'm excited. Let's go. So when you bought this then, how much work needed to be done? I mean, now it's fully refurbished. What was it like when you got it, and how much work have you done?
So it was slightly run down. It was like an elderly couple that had owned it for many years.
So this is all new, kitchen,
Yeah,
new flooring.
Yeah. We stripped pretty much everything out, did a full reskim.
Yeah.
And took a few months on the refurb, coronavirus delays, things like that.
Now you're really busy, right? You're an artist, you're a musician.
Yeah.
You've got a lot going on, based in London, right?
Yeah.
This is Newcastle. I did the drive last night, dude. It's long.
It's
Right, 5-hour drive.
Yeah.
How on earth do you find builders, manage builders, when you're so far away? I mean, how did you do that? And when you're so busy?
I mean, no social life is one way of doing it, but I live with all my mates, so I've got the benefit of never being distracted by going out on the weekend, holidays, things like that. I just don't do that stuff because I'm always with my mates. I'm pretty much always socialising, so where other people would be going out to a party, I'm coming up here doing a day trip and coming back and just maximising all my time working.
Or a road trip.
Or a road trip, yeah.
Right.
This guy.
So, alright, cool. Take me through the rooms then.
Yeah. So you got double bedroom in here.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this is the room we've just let for 425 as well.
Okay. That's not bad rent.
Yeah, it's good. Well, we expected 375.
Yeah.
So it's 50 quid more than we expected, which is always a benefit.
So this is rented gone. And how long has it been on the market? How long have you advertised these rooms?
Started last week. We started doing it properly, yeah.
Nice. I mean, looking as well, so we're in Newcastle and we're really close to the centre. But if you go on spare room,
There's quite a lot of demand around here.
here we go. If you go on spare room, you can see flatmates in Newcastle. So new today, 550.
Yeah.
Right. New today, this dude, he looks nice, 560 for a room. Right. New today, this kid here, 400, £90 a week, 450. Right. These are professionals. New today in Newcastle, looking to rent rooms for like 450. You've just rented this out within less than a week. Bang, 425. Yeah, you bought the house for how much?
75.
75. Now the thing that freaks me out, I live in Beaconsfield. You've been, we've had dinners and stuff in Beaconsfield, nice place. Houses there are worth millions of pounds. If I wanted to rent out a spare room in my house in Beaconsfield, I'd get the same rent.
That's the thing, isn't it?
No, true story. True story. I'll show you. True story. Look.
I'm pretty sure central London is like 600.
Yeah, Beaconsfield.
It's nothing.
One of the most expensive parts of the UK. And would you look at that? 550.
No.
And there aren't any new ads. So you're probably going to get, okay, 500. Okay, 700. But the rent's the same.
Yeah.
The demand is less. You spend 3 million buying a house like this in Beaconsfield. You bought this for 75 grand. So, I mean, what's the lesson there between ratio of rent and purchase price?
Everything's a trade-off. So you can get better yield up in the north, but if you're southern-based, you're looking at 10-hour round trips whenever you need to come to a site visit. So there's a trade-off with everything. But I mean, to me, monetarily, you need to come to the north if you want good yield.
But you've gone crazy as well the last year or two.
Yeah.
Like you've been buying a lot of stuff. We're going to be heading down later to a commercial to residential pub conversion. Got a lot of stuff going on. When did you decide you're going to go all out in property? Like, how did that happen?
I mean, bro. So it started off, and I know we're going to do like a little sit down later on where we can talk about more stuff. But I came across your videos, And me and my mate from school, his parents are into property, and we spoke about some ideas. And I was like, I've seen this guy, he's doing some stuff, he's talking about refinancing the property, blah, blah, blah. I looked into it all, read your book, did a load of other things, and me and you went for a dinner, if you remember. That was 18 months ago now. And then I was just like, do you know what, this is just it. This is financial freedom. Like, everyone knows real estate's the goal. Here's a way of doing it and building a big business out of it. And so now we're at 7 projects. 3 of which are big commercial deals.
Oh, dude.
It's
Mad respect, man. Alright, cool. Well, let's have a look at the other rooms. Show me around.
This stuff. So you got another...
So how involved were you as well in just things like what colour to paint the doors and...
All of it, yeah.
You were literally hands-on.
Yeah, I should have been more hands-on, if I'm being honest. Should have been more hands-on, but I was learning, so I was just trying to figure out, what's all the little nuances of managing a project.
Yeah.
Didn't really know. But I came round at the end and was like, okay, there's a lot of snagging, a lot of last bits to do. Sticky notes all over the place, do this, paint that, put this there, do that. And that kind of finished off the job.
Yeah,
correct. It's doable, man, isn't it?
Absolutely.
This is the biggest double.
Yeah, very big.
Yeah.
So out of the rooms, so you've got 5 rooms.
Yeah.
You've had them on about a week. How many of them have been reserved, or?
So one of them is gone. One of them is gone at 425. The other one, I can't remember the number. I'm pretty sure it's 4 or 425 for one of the other double rooms, and that's been secured on a 6-month.
Yeah.
Which we're hopefully going to roll over, and then we're likely to do the other 2 rooms.
When's your next viewing?
I'm pretty sure the guy who wants to secure it for the next guy wants to come in later this week.
Great.
And then that'll be 2 let. And once you've got 2 let, it's so much easier to bring others in.
Yeah.
So we'll be sorted.
I love that. Another thing as well, I don't know who's managing this, but what we like to do with new properties, once we've got all the rooms available, is do a block viewing. Because then what will happen is when you do a viewing, if there's 2 or 3 other people that are interested, it's almost like
They'll communicate and stuff like that.
No. Like, if you come and view a house and you go, oh, so there's 1 room's gone, 1's kind of reserved, there's 3 more rooms, okay, which one do I want? You feel like, I'll think about it.
Yeah, like it's not a desirable thing.
If there's another 3 people looking, going, oh, this is nice, oh, look at the views. Then you're like, oh, here's my deposit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like sales.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Getting block viewings.
Yeah. You create that like desirability, right?
Because ultimately everything is sales. You probably have to sell the builder on why he should prioritise your job over another person's job.
Yeah.
You have to sell the tenant on wanting to move in. Because money doesn't come from property, money comes from people.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But nice, good size, really good size.
All on suites as well.
I think you've done so well getting this for 75 grand.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I think you've done so well.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what the tenants think of your. Can I just show them what you're doing in the kitchen?
Yeah. Go on.
This is so. We have a thing, right? Which is when you've got tenants, do you give them individual cupboards and say that's your cupboard, that's your cupboard, that's your cupboard, or do you have a bit of a free for all? And there's always that thing. Ryan's decided a new option. He's decided to give them individual cupboards with a key on, so everyone's got their own key, which is crazy, dude.
Yeah. And you get a second one down there. Look, you get a foot one as well.
Dude, they're gonna have so many keys. Do you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get caught. Yeah? Excuse me. I'm really hungry. I got some crisps in the cupboard, but I lost my key.
That's true. It's true.
£10 call out charge or something.
I do think in hindsight it's a bad idea.
Have you got a key safe?
No.
Because you could get a key safe with spare keys.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
essentially, it costs like £10-15, and then you could just put their keys in there.
Honestly, I think we'll end up just getting rid of the keys.
Using the keys. Just
you could have a nice numbered cupboard.
Or what you could do is you could just say, look, if you really badly want a key, you can lock. Oh mate, why would they want to lock their cupboard?
Do you know what I mean though? Yeah, why would you want to do that? Like, I don't know what I was thinking like however many months ago.
Do you know what though? You just got to trial and error stuff.
You do.
It might be the best thing since sliced bread, and the tenants might be like, the reason I moved in here was because of the keys, because at my last house, everyone was stealing my food, and you might think, fair. But I'm very curious.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit in the thinking. I didn't want to like slate the area, but we're in a slightly rougher area in Newcastle, so we just sort of thought. I think the builder raised it as an idea, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. You're from the area, you probably know more than I do. But now it just seems a bit silly, doesn't it?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We just have to test everything, right? That's business. Communal area. I mean, you could have had that as a bedroom.
Yeah.
And then a big communal area.
Well, do you know what I was saying about the ensuite?
Yeah.
Being the other way. That's what it was. This was a bedroom.
Yeah.
That was the communal room, the big one.
Yeah.
And the ensuite was the other way. But then the builder and the letting agent went, why have you done it this way out of interest? Because the old builder that we had to fire because they screwed up the job a little bit, just didn't pick up on this. And these two guys were like, well, why don't you switch around, make this your communal room, and get the big double room on the left, and then just flip the door.
Interesting. Well, let's have a look. This is a small communal room, but I actually really like it.
It's nice, man. I've had a few socials in here.
I also think communal rooms are becoming, I don't know about Newcastle, but certainly in the Midlands, they're becoming less and less popular.
Yeah.
So normally you have a big communal room, empty space, no one sits in it.
Yeah.
Whereas this is a small room, but you've still got a communal room. I quite like it.
I think students like communal rooms, but I think most adults, professional tenants, they just don't need that social. So if they've got a desk and a working area in their room, they're not going to need a big communal room. Like the same.
Yeah, I mean, I've never gone with students. People that want to go to students, no, never.
You've never gone with students?
No.
Is it similar thinking and just?
Okay, the reason is because mixing professionals and students together is the worst thing ever. You can't do it. Yeah. So you've got to choose, and I've just always chosen professionals over students. Yeah. I occasionally have had like a post-grad or someone that's just finished in their final.
That's what's good about here. That's what's good about Newcastle. Loads of post-grads stick around.
They might be, or they might be like 24 years old and they're doing a bit of uni while they're working. That's okay, but not 18-year-old. You know, uni students wanting to have parties, but that's nice. I like it. And these rooms as well. These rooms are, again, you've got fire doors. Now I can't help. I have to mention it because you brought it up. You mentioned that you had to fire the original builders.
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, so long story short, when we started the process, we did flesh out with the builder. You understand HMO compliance, meeting the local authority standards, things like that. And no, we know how to do all that stuff. It was only we got like 2-3 months in where came to do a few more checks. And I started to iron out things previously and was like, that looks a bit strange, a bit weird. But I was learning at the time. So I didn't really know. I was getting consultation from another friend of mine who's a builder up here. And he started to go, no, you need to really clock onto that. And then it turns out they had no idea how to meet compliance. They knew how to meet certain compliance things, and they did a fairly good job of some other stuff. So it didn't cost us an arm and a leg. But when it came to doing the final fixtures and fittings and the kitchen, last bits in the kitchen, I got my other builder to come in who's much more trusted. He's done the pub conversion, and he came in, fixed it all up.
It's great. And again, my advice: if you're doing a big HMO, which is going to be licensed, this is presumably a licensed HMO, right? Yeah. Is this an Article 4 part of Newcastle or not?
No.
Oh, it's just outside.
It's well outside. Yeah, the Article 4 is the other side. Yeah, which is good.
Interesting. Yeah. So when this becomes Article 4, which it will, what's going to happen?
Up in the value.
It's going to push the value up. But if you're doing a big HMO like this, because this is a big, when I say big, I mean licensed, go on the council website, get a list of all exactly what needs to happen compliance-wise to be able to get a license. And then when you get the builders, give them that and say, look, this is the minimum requirements. You know, this is the lighting, these are the fire escape windows needed, and the kitchen needs to have this much workspace. And then the builders will have something to work to, because every council is different, isn't it? So if you're going from London to Newcastle, and like you've done and buying, especially when you're just starting out, it can be a bit difficult when you've got amateur builders.
And we found as well, on the bigger deals, you obviously need the architect fully clear on compliance before he even starts feasibility.
These en-suites are big, bro.
Yeah, man, these big en-suites.
Yeah, really good size en-suites.
When you don't want to thing, but you need them for next month.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you say that. Yeah, as you say, fire door, it just means that if there's a fire, it won't, normally, like a paper thin door, if there's a fire, it just goes straight through the door. It's safe. If there's lots of people in the house, you want to have that fire safety in here. Although, what you'll find is, these will last years.
Yes, that's robust.
They are. Whereas if you've got a lot of, I actually put fire doors in some of my single lets just because I just think, you know what, they'll last a long time. They're nice. They're good doors.
And they're safer. You know, if it's not a kitchen, why not?
Yeah, and they're safer. Hold on. So we've still got 2 rooms we've not been in.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of rooms here.
Yeah, man. It's packed out of property. This.
Yeah. So this room, interesting layout.
Yeah.
You're thinking of changing the bed, aren't you?
Yeah, thinking of going to a 3/4 instead of a single. But again, little issue with the builders and putting the sockets too close together. Minor details, but things like that, like should have just got to move it further apart. But.
Do you find with hotels sometimes when they don't have plug sockets here, they only have them the other side?
Yeah.
It's like what
you got to stretch your cable all the way along your laptop and then
Yeah, little things like this, but the experience. If you like your house, if you like your room, you're gonna stay longer, which is gonna mean you've got less turnaround, which is gonna mean more rent.
All adds up.
See, this ensuite's too big.
Yeah, let's just do
It
that.
is just, it's massive. It is massive. I like big en suites.
Yeah,
If you're doing this different, what would you do and why?
Orientation of the, like, I put the shower in the other corner.
Yeah.
And I know they had a slight issue with the soil pipes, but
Yeah.
to me it's imperative just to maximise the space in here because it's really encroached on the room.
Because if this just went back just a little bit less,
Yeah, legit.
you'd easily fit a bigger
That
bed
would
in.
be nice, yeah.
But hey, it's a nice room. I actually said to you earlier, this is my favourite room.
Yeah, yeah. You like it because of the view, don't you?
I like the view. It's very light, it's very airy. Beautiful views.
Yeah.
Really nice. I love Newcastle.
That's the perk of Newcastle, bro. Yeah, it's just so like.
And I want to go through the final figures with you in a minute because I want to know how, I'm sure everyone's itching to know what the revaluation came in, how much rent you're going to make. So this is the smallest room, but still decent size.
Yeah, works.
Ryan will know about me. I can walk into a room and I'll tell you exactly how big it is.
Yeah, it's good.
I just know.
Thing.
And also, I actually predicted the refurb cost
Yeah,
and the
you
event. I was pretty much bang on. So
So
you bought it for 75 grand, don't worry. I'm going to guess that the refurb cost, I'm going to 45 grand.
spot on. Exactly.
But tell us, how much did this cost, the entire refurb, including all of the furniture, the fire doors, the new kitchen,
Yeah.
the builders, having to change builders, how much has everything all come in at?
With some fairly hefty bartering and managing risks and some mistakes, 45 grand all in.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So it could have been an overbloated disaster if we weren't like fortunate in some ways. But
Well, many people, if you'd have just said, I'll just leave it to you builders,
Yeah.
do whatever you want, I'm in London, do your thing,
Yeah,
it could have easily been 70 grand.
Yeah.
It really could have. So 45 grand's a very decent price. So you bought it for 75, you spent 45 on it, so all in that is 120.
120, yeah.
Okay, so this is crunch time.
So 120, my maths.
75,000 plus 45,000 equals 120.
Yeah.
We're not going mad.
No.
120, and you've just had it valued now.
145.
145,
Yeah.
which means the new valuation is 145,000. So he's made £25,000 in profit. Now going to refinance at a 75% loan to value and pull out 108, meaning that he's only leaving in about £12,000. So basically, effectively, you've got this house for 12 grand, which you'll get back in a year.
It's 100% return, yeah.
Rent wise, you're getting 425 on one, 450,
Yeah,
but let's call it 400 on each. Times 5. That's reasonably conservative. Should easily make £2 grand a month.
Yeah.
Half of that's going to go on management, bills, maintenance, whatever, and half of that is going to be profit.
Yeah.
So you expect to make about £1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Mate, really good job.
Banging for a first deal, bro. Like there was a lot of like things that could have gone wrong as well, but it worked.
Congratulations, buddy. So, what would you say to somebody, some top tips, who wanting to take on? Because I personally think, if you buy a HMO that's already up and running,
Yeah.
it's going to be much easier,
Yeah.
but you're going to get much less rewards.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, mate, I'm so interested in seeing what they say about these. I am so curious.
Yeah, no, it's alright. Might just get rid of it all day. Here we go.
Nice.
Garden.
Really nice. I like it.
Yeah, man, we had it re-gravelled. It was all overgrown.
Was it?
Yeah, it's quite a transformation to be fair.
So just the garden on its own then? How much have you spent on the garden?
500 quid.
Yeah.
Bro, got quoted 4 grand from the first builder. And then my trusted guy, I was like, how much is that actually going to cost? And he was like, 500, 400 quid. And I was like, there you go.
Ryan, you done so well. Top 3 tips. Anyone watching this?
Thank you, sir.
They want to get doing some projects like this.
Yep.
They want to get getting their hands dirty on some refurbs.
Yep.
Top 3 tips. Go.
I'd say know your compliance.
Yeah.
And that's make sure the builder and the architect know their compliance as well if you're doing HMOs. I'd say don't get too stuck up on location.
What do you mean by that?
People would spend ages looking for the exact street and the right, and you're right to put in that kind of due diligence, but like you end up just getting analysis paralysis and you don't actually get the place.
Yeah.
Like you've got to just pick a good area. At the end of the day, if a lot of people live in an area, it's gonna rent. You just need to find out if it's optimal for you.
So I always say every house will rent out. It's just about knowing what price it will rent out at.
Yeah.
Because other people think, oh, is it going to rent? Is it going to rent? And it will. You've found an area. You've just jumped in.
Yeah. It's the first thing people say to me. They're like, oh, but what if it doesn't rent and you spend all that money? I'm like,
It will.
it's gonna rent. It's gonna rent.
It's going to
like,
rent.
it
I
will.
think ultimately, You just gotta just do it.
Yeah, and that's another big one, man. That's like if you just do it, you'll learn so much through the process.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's great. Listen, guys, do me a big favour. If you like the house, if you enjoy these types of videos, smash the like button below. You want to see more videos like this? There's a lot more coming up with Ryan, so you're going to see more of Ryan coming up soon. You want to see more videos like this? Don't forget to subscribe, and you can do that right above Ryan's face. And don't forget to check out more videos. You can see a whole playlist up here. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks so much. Peace out.